It's always better live. That's the way we do the show anyway, right? So we are doing our first ever Wisco Fanatics bonus episode. We have Christopher here, who created our Discord channel, is with us today, and we're going to do some spooky sports stories just in time for Halloween. So I got the lights turned down low, and we're going to discuss some interesting sports stories. So welcome to the first ever Wisco Fanatics bonus leagues. Christopher, do you want to introduce yourself and let people know who you are before we get started?
Yeah. Hi. I'm Fur. I go by Fur, actually. From Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Went to UW Eau Claire for broadcast journalism. I lost a little bit of cut on. Am I supposed to be introducing myself right now? Did I hear that?
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry. Went to UW Eau Claire for broadcast journalism with a sports focus. We got done at Eau Claire in 2013. Called local sports for iHeart for a good 3-4 years. Been a Wisconsin sports fan pretty much since I was born. So very excited to be part of the Wisco Fanatics contributors and excited to shed some spooky stories / curses tonight.
All right, that sounds good. Jake's got some interesting conversation starters to get us kicked off. So we're going to discuss some scary sports situations that are scary for teams that aren't in Wisconsin. So Jake's got 3 of them for us. So Jake, why don't you kick that off for us?
Yeah. So hello, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great Thursday night. The first one, my first scariest thing for opponents would be the Milwaukee Brewers with an offense. Ooh. Oh. So scary. All right. My second one is, and everybody knows this, especially if you're a Packers fan, is that Aaron Rodgers pre-snap smile.
That's a good one.
All of a sudden, he sees that safety move over, and he's like, "Oh, you are so fucked right now." And, he gives you that smirk. He gives Devontae that wink. And you know what that means, baby. The third one, and this one just came about today.
Showed it on the page.
I was shaking in my boots. I'll tell you that right now, because the Brooklyn Nets are having a lot of problems. My number one is Giannis with a jump shot. This man was putting in 50 points, getting 50 Chick-fil-A nuggets. He was getting half Sprite, half lemonade. What is he gonna do with a jump shot? He just might come for that Wilt Chamberlain, boy. He might come for that Wilt Chamberlain. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, we did bold predictions for the Bucks yesterday. Jake's bold prediction was an MVP and DPOY, the Defensive Player of the Year again. My bold prediction was Giannis averaging a triple-double. And the way that his jumper looks, like if you follow the page, go watch the video that we shared of Giannis's jump shot, how much smoother it looks and not so robotic. It's definitely an exciting thing to think about. So we're just going to share some spooky sports stories. Absolutely. So yeah, we're gonna do some scary sports stories. We're each gonna share one and hopefully have some fun. So Jake's gonna kick off the first one. So let's give Jake the floor.
All right. So my scary sports story kind of ties in with the game this week. Mine is about the Honey Bears. The Honey Bears were founded in 1976. They were a cheerleading squad for the Chicago Bears. They only lasted 10 years because Virginia McCaskey, who is the owner of the Bears, was not a fan. So pre-Honey Bears, the Bears record was 35-76-1. That's not good. When they had the Honey Bears, they won their only Super Bowl, and they were 82-67 in the regular season. In the playoffs, they were 4-3. So they were winning games. They're bringing in, they're bringing in revenue. They're winning Super Bowls. Like, they're doing their thing. After the team, I will call them, was disbanded, they are now 235-254, so under 500, and they are 5-11 in the playoffs. So Virginia, for being a jealous woman as she is, and wanted to focus on her, has really just cursed the Bears. The Bears will never win another Super Bowl. It's been, 36 years now since they won the Super Bowl?
36, yep.
I'm just saying, man. The Honey Bears. And the best part about this for Packers fans, her children, Michael and George, have agreed to not bring the Honey Bears back. So the Bears will never win another Super Bowl again. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So that is definitely a scary
That was
story
my favorite part of the
for
whole thing.
Bears.
Dude, the kids agreed? Are you kidding me?
Well, the best part about that is, 36 years on from their Super Bowl win, and the entire town of Chicago can't shut up about the Super Bowl shuffle. The best players on that team refused to be part of it. So,
right, McMahon was just at the game where they were celebrating the '96 Super Bowl Packers team. That's the best quarterback ever.
So Steve's in the comments, Jake, and he's saying that the Bears will win a Super Bowl in the next 3 years.
book it. Someone mark the tape.
With who? With who?
Does Steve want to bet on that? Like, I'll throw some money down on that. What are we talking here?
I'm thinking we need to bet Steve a pie. I'm thinking we need to have Steve on the show take a pie to the face if the Bears don't win one in the next 3 years.
So hold on. So
Steve,
does the 3 years include this season?
I would give him starting next year even.
Starting next year. So they would have to win one by February of 2025.
Yep. I'd give him that.
I'd take that bet.
I'll give you till February 2030, and the Bears aren't winning a goddamn Super Bowl. I'll give you an extra 5. How about that? No.
Jake, you're waiting a long time for that pie bet to pay off.
They're only going to have 7 more
be
starting quarterbacks by then.
It'll be worth it because that pie will be smashed into tears of a Bears fan. So I'm good.
Hey, Steve said he bets a pie that the Bears beat the Packers on Sunday.
Steve, you want to do this, bro? You don't want this. You don't want this, Steve. I'm trying to save you, bro. You don't want this. I'm telling you right now. Did you look at the injury reports?
Hey,
today?
and we're gonna have Matt Ramage on the show next week, so you're gonna have to take a pie with Matt Ramage on the show.
Oh God. Don't do it. Don't do it, Steve. Steve, I like you, bro, but I don't want this to ruin your reputation, man. You'll go from being known as a baller to a clown because clowns take pies to the face. I'm sorry. What's up, Steve? How you doing, buddy? Oh shit.
All right. Jay, I mean, do you want to do it? Do you want to take him up on it?
Sure, I'll do it. I'll take the pie bet.
All right. Packers Bears straight up pie bet.
Let's go.
But Steve, you have to hold up.
So,
you have to hold up, Steve. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about Jake taking. Yeah, you don't have to worry about Jake taking a pie. He's done it before. He's experienced.
It is what it is, bro. You just got to get one that tastes good.
All right.
You can eat it.
All right, so we are going to let Christopher give his scary story now. So, Christopher, you have the floor.
Yeah, what's up? So this is, I guess we're sticking around in the NFC North, and we're going to point at everybody's favorite punching bag in the NFC North, the Detroit Lions, which the bit that starting off with this is that back in the 1950s, the Detroit Lions were not the train wreck that they are now. In fact, they won. What years did they win the championship? They won 52 and 53, and they lost in 54, all while playing the Cleveland point in NFL history. The Cleveland Browns and the Detroit Lions were at the top of the ladder. That's not the scary part of this story. Scary part is the curse. Those teams were led by Bobby Lane, who at the time was basically the Brett Favre of the NFL at that point. He was known as a gunslinger. The dude was like basically Johnny Manziel if Johnny Manziel had talent. There was reports that Bobby Lane would go out drinking 6 days of the week and then play football on Sunday. the dude partied with Alex Karras. For those who don't remember Alex Karras, he was the guy that punched the horse in Blazing Saddles. It was a lot. One of his teammates reportedly said, when Bobby tells you to block, you block, and when Bobby tells you to drink, you drink. The guy liked his booze. Well, during the 1950s, petering out at the end of the 60s, a lot of teams used dual quarterbacks. And the Lions at one point traded for a former Packers quarterback, Tobin, who I can't remember the guy's first name, ended up taking over for Bobby Lane at the end of the 1957 season after Lane broke his leg and missed out of the championship. Tobin won them the championship that year. 3 games into the 1958 season, Bobby Lane gets traded. And if you believe the stories, he finds out in the locker room, reporters are all around him, and he yells, "This team is never going to win a championship for the next 50 years." It's not quite how it happened. He actually found out that he got traded on a phone call with the coach at the airport. Nobody really heard him say it. It wasn't until many years later that his son basically confirmed that he told his wife that no team is ever going to win, or that the Lions won't win for 50 years. But let's look at the tape. Since 1958, the Lions have been, since the day that Bobby Lane got traded, the Detroit Lions are 375, 497, and 16. They've had 12 playoff wins: 1970, 82, 83, 91, 93, 94, 95, 97, 99, 2001, 14, and 16, with their only playoff win coming in 1991. And they've had 0 championships. They've also lost 3 potential Hall of Fame players, either to trade or abruptly retiring because nobody wants to play with the Detroit Lions. Because of the curse of Bobby Lane, the Detroit Lions are the worst team to ever be in the NFL. And it should be noted that 50 years after the infamous Bobby Lane curse was 2008, when the Detroit Lions went 0-16, followed up by drafting Matt Stafford with the #1 overall pick in 2009. And it's been a nightmare for them ever since.
That's interesting. That on the 50 year of the Bobby Lane thing, that's the year they went 0-16.
After hearing that,
that was the 50.
Steve should have stuck around.
There was a little bit of excitement in Detroit at that point, because they said, "Well, we've hit rock bottom. The curse is done. We've broken it." Of course, it hasn't. It's just been worse for them. Now they have a coach who has maybe low-key admitted that he does cocaine because he needs some more energy that coffee won't give him. It should also be noted, actually, that the curse, nobody actually really knew about the curse until 2001, when a longtime Detroit sports writer mentioned the curse of Bobby Lane. But it seems like a lot of the players that played with Bobby Lane said that they believe that there had been a curse after the trade because of some of the interactions that they had with him. Long story short, trading your franchise championship winning quarterback doesn't usually result in good things for that team.
Hear that, Packer fans?
Brian Gutekunst. Brian.
All right. So that's interesting. I think the most interesting part of that story is that on the 50-year anniversary of the curse, that was the year they went 0-16. It's interesting.
Led by one Mr. Joe Barry on defense, so we'll see how that goes.
Yes, that team was bad, though. At least this year they have some talent on that defense, thankfully, and guys like Devondre Campbell stepping up big.
Was that the year that Matt Flynn had the 6 touchdowns? That 08, the final game of the year? I feel like the Packers put the nail in the coffin on that 0-16 season for the Lions.
My dad was at that game. That was the game that we sat Rodgers. We were 15-1 that year. Wait.
Oh.
No.
No.
We were 13-3 that year?
I'm looking this up right now to the internet. 2008 Detroit Lions.
What was the... No.
Unless someone in the comments beats me to it.
I am wrong.
Week 17 at Green Bay Packers.
By the way, we
Deshaun
played the
Wynn?
Lions the last
I
game
don't
of this
remember
year
that
too.
guy.
Who?
We beat him. Oh, we beat him 31-21. So no, that was not the Matt Flynn year. But we did get Rod Marinelli fired, so that was fun. Has he coached since then?
Maybe in college or something.
I think he was a D coordinator for a little bit.
But anyway, the Detroit Lions forever cursed. They're never going to win anything. They are the new factory of sadness.
I'm gonna can't type. Rod Marinelli is the defensive line coach for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, and they're well adjusted right now. The Raiders, they're doing great. They have no issues.
All right. So my scary story is a little scary actually. Doing some of the research and looking up some of these stories and stuff. It's like that actually would scare the hell out of me. For those of you who don't know, there's a hotel in Milwaukee. This is a lot of baseball players have stayed at this hotel. It's called the Pfister Hotel. It was built in 1893, and there's been a lot of hauntings, ghost stories to come out from this hotel. And I have a bunch of accounts from professional baseball players and their experiences in the Pfister Hotel. So I'm going to share those. So I'm going to start with Michael Young. This was a former Rangers infielder, and this was back in 2001. So this was his direct quote from staying in the Pfister Hotel. Listen, I'm not one who spreads ghost stories, so if I'm telling you this, it happened. A couple years ago, I was lying in bed after a night game, and I was out. My room was locked, but I heard these footsteps inside my room, stomping around. I'd heard all these stories about this hotel, and I was wide awake at this point. And then I heard it again, these footsteps on the floor. So I yelled out, "Hey, make yourself at home, hang out, have a seat, but do not wake me up, okay?" After that, I didn't hear a thing for the rest of the night. Okay, next.
That's actually kind of scary.
They get scarier. I'm going to tell them in order of scariness. Okay.
Descending order of spooky.
Yes, that's mild. It gets scarier. All right, so now I'm going to move on to Carlos Gomez. This was back when he was with the Twins. Carlos Gomez, this is a retelling of what he said, says he heard voices. The worst experience was getting out of the shower and he heard static coming from his iPod. When he picked it up, the song changed. He ran out of his room to the lobby without getting dressed. He said, "I'm scared to go there. They should change the hotel. Everybody doesn't like it. Doesn't like the hotel. Why do they always put us in the same hotel when you can't sleep? Everything's scary. Everything in the hotel. The paintings and pictures. It's a lot of crazy stuff. No good, man. No good."
How the Brewers need to be better at home. The away team is scared. Why are we not better at home?
Okay.
Seems like a bold good strategy
this next one
by
is
the
Bryce
Brewers,
Harper.
honestly.
This next one is Bryce Harper.
The story is about
this
Bryce Harper. What, did a ghost at the Pfister Hotel give him a bad call?
More like a bad haircut. All right, this is in 2012. He had his shirt and pants laying on the table by the end of his bed. He said, "When I woke up in the morning, I swear on everything. The clothes were on the floor and the table was on the opposite side of the room against the wall. I was so flustered, I honestly thought there might be someone in my room. I had no idea what the hell had happened, so I actually looked around and then I checked to see if the door was still locked, and it was." He said no teammates had pranked him and he switched rooms the next night.
Well, hold on. Bryce Harper in 2012. How many years into his career was he at that point?
Had to be at least a couple, at least 3 or 4. No, not that early. I think he was earlier than that.
That was his rookie year in the MLB.
I knew it.
He was pranked. That was 100% a prank. That was a rookie hazing bit, right? That had to have been.
I'm just choosing to not believe any of this.
Just wait, they get scarier because I'm gonna get with All right, I'm gonna go with these get creepy. I'm not gonna lie. So this one is G-Man Choi. This is former brewer G-Man Choi. Said he's comfortable when ghosts are present. So he's had multiple experiences in the Pfister Hotel. His first time, he said, I was scared at first, so I didn't want to open my eyes. I dealt with it a lot more times after that. He said other times he felt a spirit crawl up behind him and hug him. And another time when he heard a spirit whisper in his ear.
What did it ask him? What was it whispering?
All right. This next one is an Adrian Beltray interview with Adam McCalvey. He said, this one's creepy. This one actually got me a little bit. This was Adrian Beltray said he heard knocking noises on his door while the TV and the AC turned on and off. He said he also claimed to have heard pounding noises from the other side of his headboard, like a man hitting his open hand against the wood.
Okay, I got a question. How much marijuana are they smoking before they go to bed? That's what I want to know.
I don't think marijuana makes you hallucinate, though.
I was gonna say though the bar at the Pfister Hotel is pretty nice. I've been there before. They've got some good stuff there. Maybe what are MLB curfew rules?
This is what seems a little more plausible to me. This is CJ Wilson. He also played for the Rangers. He seemed to have some sort of electrical disturbance. So that seems a little more realistic to me. But this one, CJ Wilson said it started with a light bulb in his lamp by his bed flickering, and then it turned off. A minute later, his TV turned off. He said he sat up, thought about a ghost being in the room, and the lamp and the TV turned back on. And then the light by the doorway shut off. Then he heard something scratching that sounded like it was inside the walls, and the sounds continued throughout the night.
That's a rat. That's called a rat. There was a rat in the walls.
Settle down, Edgar Allan. No, wait, that's Lovecraft.
All right. Now.
That's funny.
All right. These last two are a little bit more modern issues. So, like, if they happen to me, like, this would freak the hell out of me. So, this is Pablo Sandoval. Pablo Sandoval said his iPod turned on its own and started playing music while he was in the shower.
That's pretty creepy.
What was it? What did the ghost want to hear? What was it playing? Does it say?
Yeah.
I don't know. I would guess like Mexican rap music if it's Pablo Sandoval.
I don't know. What if he's a Taylor Swift guy? Everybody's Taylor Swift fan. Let's be honest.
I'm assuming
right.
it's what maybe the ghost is the Taylor Swift ghost. Maybe it's just chilling in the room like, I want to hear Shake It Off. Red's an underrated album. Kanye did her wrong.
And then the last one I have is Brandon Phillips. The last one I have is Brandon Phillips, who said his radio turned on and then turned off by itself. So he went and turned it off after it turned back on again, and he went into the shower. When he was in the shower, he heard the radio turn back on again.
Listen.
So I don't know if you want to chalk all this up to electrical malfunctions, disturbances of an old hotel, but I'm not gonna lie, if these things all happen to me, I'd probably be freaked out, and I would probably assume that there's a ghost in my room.
I know what to say to this last one.
I'm shocked that
when the ghost turns on the radio.
Baseball players.
Does it? Oh yeah, I didn't think about
Sorry,
that.
Jay, go ahead.
Where do away teams for the Bucks stay? Do they still
They stay at the
there?
Pfister.
I'm not sure, but
back in 2019, I had breakfast at the Pfister Hotel with my wife, and a bunch of Timberwolves players were hanging out there, getting ready for morning shoot around.
see, but the thing with other teams like a basketball team traveling in is they're probably only there for one night, whereas baseball teams, you're there for a 3-game series, you're probably there for at least 2 or 3 nights.
Maybe the Ghost is just not that into basketball too. Maybe.
Well, not to mention that baseball has twice as many games as the NBA does, so there's that too. That there's just more opportunity for it to happen to baseball players.
That's true.
Oh, look at that! Christopher's possessed now.
I think it's maybe more likely that the Ghost is just sitting there like, I have the Brewers for over 86 wins this season. Gotta help them out.
All right, yeah, that's what I had. I gotta be honest. I think out of all of those, the thought of a ghost like coming up behind me and like touching my back and like whispering in my ear, that would freak me out the most.
I've had that happen before, actually. It was weird. Like, no
Hard
joke.
pass.
I used to bartend at a haunted. I bartended at a haunted bar in Chippewa, and it was just me, and it was like Packers preseason, so it was like, I don't know, 4:00 at night. I'm sitting there watching the game, felt something walk right up behind me, and I'm like, I'm not gonna look. As things right in my little space here. Obviously, it just wants to hang out and watch the Packers. It's not causing trouble.
Nope, that's gonna be a nope from me.
Yeah. Yep. Nope for me as well. I'm not about any of that. I am a big giant baby. I don't even watch any horror movies. I am not about any of that. I do not go to haunted houses because I will punch you in the face. I am that guy. Cannot do it. Cannot do it, bro. Nope.
Hey, everybody! Jake's coming through. Wear your chin guards,
dude. I'm not kidding, bro. Like if somebody, like if I was going through a haunted house and somebody touched my shoulder, my first reaction is whoop. Yep, don't touch me, bro. I ain't about none of that shit. I ain't dying today. No. Like I told my girlfriend 100 times, like I can't. We're not doing that. Ugh, I'm getting the creeps thinking about that shit. Ugh.
Yes.
I don't do that.
All right, Jake. Well, I hope none of the electronics in your house turn themselves on and off tonight.
Dude, you know the scariest thing? This is actually a true story. My old Xbox, it turns on by itself all the time. So we have to
my Xbox One used
the
to do that.
power cord, and my old TV.
Yeah.
But my old TV used to turn on by itself too. So when I was living in Sheboygan, actually, my TV all the time when I fall asleep on the couch after being drunk at 3 o'clock in the morning, my TV would just fucking turn on. I'd be like, "What the fuck is going on around here?" Bro, I used to get so scared, bro. Like, you big pussy.
just laying on the remote. Ghost is like, don't worry. I just need to
probably
Halo time. Don't mind me.
Turn on that freaky channel you were watching before, bro.
Yeah, just don't let ghosts into your browser history, Jake.
Oh no, don't let them in the browser history, buddy.
All right, guys. Well, if you guys don't have anything else, it was fun doing a first bonus episode. We're gonna try and do these once a month, and talk about some different sports subjects. But we started with this one just because we're coming up on Halloween. So I had fun with you guys, and hopefully we can do more of these bonus episodes in the future.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys.
Yes, sir. Everybody, look forward to Steve getting a pie to the face. What a bet.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you guys next Wednesday then. Take care.
Peace out, y'all.